Let's bring in Benjamin Engel, who's a professor of political science at Dankook University, and he joins me live from Seoul. Great to have you on. It's quite a remarkable situation that we're seeing here. The president's refusing to go, and his own Secret Service rallying around him, I guess at their own peril to some extent. Have you seen anything like this before?
No, absolutely not. This is a very unprecedented situation. As many know, South Korean presidents in the past have been impeached, have been investigated, especially when they after they leave office. But we've never had a president refuse to answer police questions to force the issuing of this arrest warrant that was sought to be executed today. So this is completely unprecedented, and everybody in South Korea has been in shock basically for the last month or so now.
What's even more fascinating is that the president himself is a lawman. He's a former chief prosecutor, so he understands the importance of respecting the law and going along with the letter of the law. What's the sense there in the country? Is it that he might be right in taking the stance that he is?
I don't think so, but he's definitely using his legal experience to try to wiggle his way out of the trouble that he's in. We're seeing him, through his lawyers, through his legal team, make a lot of legal arguments about the Corruption Investigation Office, which has been kind of overseeing the investigation into him, whether or not they have the jurisdiction to investigate insurrection crimes. We've seen disputes about the execution of this warrant today. And just recently, Yoon's legal team actually cited a U.S. Supreme Court decision that a president can't be held liable for actions they take in their official capacity. So really very far-reaching attempts by Yoon and his legal team trying to put all that legal expertise to work to clear his name. But most people see most of these arguments as kind of groundless and are still expecting him to be impeached and imprisoned later on.
Benjamin, from the reports I saw, the arresting team, let's call them that, police officers, members of the Corruption Investigation Office, numbered, I think it was above 150, and they still were outnumbered. They didn't have the manpower to go in there and to literally grab hold of the president and drag him out there. If that was someone else who wasn't so high profile, I suspect they would have gone in somehow. Is there an element of fear of this becoming a public spectacle and embarrassment for the country?
Yeah, I think that's part of the case here. We also have the protesters out in front of the presidential residence. So if any sort of large-scale violence happens between police and the Presidential Security Service, or there was even military units inside the presidential resident compound as well. So the fear of that violence spilling out onto the streets and protesters in support of Yoon trying to come to his rescue, so to say, it could kind of blow up very quickly. So I think there's recognition by the police that, forcing their way in there might not be the best choice. So they made a decision to withdraw. Obviously, they reserve the option of returning at a later date, renewing the warrant, or other options. So we'll see what happens. But I think it was probably the right decision not to try to force their way in with the worry that the violence could spread.
Yeah, President Yoon seems to have won the battle on this particular day, so to speak. That doesn't mean he's won the war. Now, he said previously that he's going to fight to the end, and he has also said that he thinks he's the good guy here. He thinks he's done nothing wrong. But is time on the side of the authorities? Are they going to have a look at a way round now, how they can maybe strip off some of that security, peel it away from him and leave him more exposed? What do you think they'll do?
Well, there's two investigations, I guess you could say, kind of running in parallel, right? The one through the Constitutional Court for his impeachment, and then the second through the Corruption Investigation Office and the police for criminal charges, right, of insurrection. So this Presidential Security Service that's kind of protecting him at the moment will only be in place so as long as he is the president. So right now he's the president, but he doesn't have the powers of the presidency. But if he's impeached, if he's removed from office, he will no longer be the president, and then that Presidential Security Service would be gone. So with the thought in mind that he won't be able to survive impeachment, which is what most people are predicting right now, this arrest will probably take place. Whether we have to wait a few months for it is unclear, but the day is coming, I would say.
Yeah, that was a really great insight you just gave us. Appreciate it. Benjamin Engel, political science professor at Dankook University. Thank you.